má bá tí wọ́n lọ́wọ́ jẹ́ kẹrẹ kórìí fún wọn. ayé àjíyá láti ń bọ̀ òkúra iná. ọmọ ṣùwé bàtú ọmọ jọjọ alápọn. bọ́ọ̀lì bá lẹ́nu ká máa dúpẹ́ káyọ̀lù àlógò bá rò wọ́n nínú mọ́ létí àwọn olùfẹ́ wa. àní mo lè ṣe bí alájẹ kí mo ń pè ṣùgbọ́n olóòní gómìnà wa. Owó ẹrùkẹrù wọn kì í ràn kàlàmọ́gbò gbogbo alátọ̀nbẹ̀ lóde ní tèmi ní í ṣe. olówó làbẹ́ àwọn bójì lè pọ̀ olówó làbẹ́ akọni mi ò bójì lè pọ̀ ìdí ajé wà ṣe bówó so. olówó làbẹ́ àwa ò bójì lè pọ̀ olówó làbẹ́. owó làbí ẹ̀ṣọ́ ọmọ Yusufu ẹni abíire òyìnbó wọ́ndà àwòdà àwùdà àníkìlájẹ́. ikú gbẹ́jọ́ nínú omi ó ń pọ̀ ní lálẹ́ odò kí ní kan pé lẹ́jẹ̀ tí wọ́n bí kú bá dé. kò sí lọ́yà tí ó ṣojú dé. mo tẹ́lẹ̀ ọlá òkú lédè tó jẹ́ fún oṣù ìlógún.
AK Marv produced it. AK Marv produced it.
Okay, I think it wasn't added. Okay, I think it is good now. Good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing? How is your family? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you all. Happy Sunday. Ekun Daddy Freeze. Hi. Hi, TikTok. Hi, everyone. How you guys doing? All right, real quick. All right, good evening. Let's get started. Let's get this party started. I'm not seeing where is. Oh, okay. That's gonna be the problem. I'm not seeing the comment section. I don't even know if you guys are here. Can you guys see and hear me? So I know TikTok is good. TikTok. Good evening. How is everyone doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Can you do me a favor? Click the share button and let us invite our friends to join. Let's click the share button. I don't intend to stay long here. Good evening. Okay. Let me quickly change something. Don't touch up. Good evening, everyone. How you guys doing? Please do me a favor. Just click the share button. Let us share and let us get this conversation started. Hope you had a good week and hope you enjoy a restful and peaceful weekend. Welcome to this chat. My name is Victor King and I'm privileged to be your host. It's going to be a kind of a conversation. Sorry if I'm not keeping eye contact. All of the devices, the system is here, the camera for YouTube and Facebook is here, and then the TikTok is here. So I don't even know where I'm supposed to be looking. But we'll try and look at this one because this one goes to both. So we are live on Twitter, we're live on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. Thanks for joining. Ejo, you know I'm very new to TikTok, so help me. Help me, creators challenge. Which one is that? Thank you. Ayaoba, thank you so much. Thank you. Wọ́n ti kọ́ mi bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe kínní àtẹ̀wá àtàríwò yẹn. Wait. Let me remember how they taught me that day. I am almost on TikTok. I don't really know TikTok that much. Omoti, thank you. I will remember again, but they taught me that day. I'm doing good. I'm well. All right, let's get started. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining. Before I dive into the nitty-gritty today, I want to quickly divert and address something that I have now considered a menace in the society. àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan wà tó ń lọ báyìí tó yẹ pé kò yéèyàn mọ́ o, to be honest. Yorùbá lọ wọ́n bọ̀ mi mọ̀ nǹkan tí Yorùbá wá káàkiri. Ìrìnàjò wa lè ní ọ̀rọ̀ wa before I get started into the body of the conversation. I hope my audio is right. I hope you guys can hear me very well. I hope that you guys can hear me. Àti TikTok náà ṣé ń gbọ́ mi báyìí. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní UK? Ẹ̀yà ara UK ó dàgbẹ́ di gbòòrò. Within 1 week, I've had incidents that are similar in nature of this one is not even that marriages dey scatter. It's not even marriages busting out. It is that anyway, so marriage dey wrestling in UK. What do they call that stuff? COS. Wetin COS dey? Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, I think it is a pattern like in UK now. Thank you. Ọláyé ti dé. Ọláyé ti. Màmá o. When you have chance, come up so that you can teach me one of the things. Mi mo ń wá bí wọ́n ti ń pàtẹ́wọ́ yẹn mi mọ bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe mọ́jàre. I think it's a pattern that, you know, this COS program that they did, I think last 2 years, and so many people migrated to the UK with COS. It is so marriage is wrestling. I'm not sure what is going on. I'm still investigating the matter, but within 1 week, I had like 3 cases of like very old style. Okay. Mo ti ń rí yẹn.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. So if you want to use the clap, you go to enhance. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm looking at it now.
You can
Enhance. Okay.
Then you see sticker. Did you see it?
Yes, I see different stickers.
You don't, not the sticker. On that enhance, you see the clap, the laugh, and everything. Just click enhance and check. Have you seen it?
I'll click enhance. Oríṣiríṣi kìíní ló gbé wá.
Is it there?
Ẹ kì í mọ̀ bóyá mo lè search ẹ̀.
Click every laugh, every clap.
Okay, yes, mo
Have
ti
you
rí.
seen it?
Mo ti rí. Sound, you under sound effect, Abby? Yes, I got it.
My network is not so good. Did you see it?
Yes, I saw it now. I just used it.
Yes. Yeah, no, one. Very good.
Mo ti get here. Ó ti yé mi bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Enhance. Bó lè enhance wá sá lọ tẹ́lẹ̀. Candy belly. I will see you. Khadija Olanike, thank you. Old school. I don't know these things. So I don't understand. What I'm really talking about today is COS. Oda is causing more damage to family than the advantage. And I have problem with Nigerian men. To roll like we look for knowing. On a more serious note, wèrè gidi ló pọ̀. In 1 week, there are 3 cases they are brought to me of husband and wife migrating to UK, and husband they really want to finance COS. Àwa fìyàwó ṣe primary applicant. Wọ́n jọ dé. Let me give you one of the story. So these couples decide to do COS. Moscow decide to do this COS thing. So they migrate to the UK. The husband funded it 100%, and the wife was used as primary applicant. So they got to the UK, settled down. I think the thing with the COS thing, correct me if I'm wrong, when you're at UK, is that the primary applicant have to work with the company that grant them the COS. And that's why most men use their wife as primary applicants. So that only your code endogen dependent, or they share any share, or they share anywhere. So you will not be share primary applicants. Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run. So they've been living, they've been working, they've been doing everything. And all of a sudden, ìyàwó ń ṣiṣẹ́, ọkọ náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní hustle, ọkọ ti ẹ̀ ṣe IT. Everybody in labor. The husband begin to suspect the foul. Like, ìrìnyàwó of a pure. Ó ti ń mú kan mọ́kàn. It has become a concern that they have raised concern couple of times. Wọ́n ti níjà lórí ẹ̀. But more than that, ó wá rí pé ìyàwó òun ní bestie àjòjì kan. Bestie yìí, ó dà gé bestie yẹn ló fẹ́ máa influence the behavior, you know. Bestie. Everything, she's always with her friend, and then it looks as if it's the bestie. You know how African men, Nigerian men think. Ọ̀rẹ́ ló ń kọ́ and all of that stuff. But ó ti ń create tension, so ọkọ gbójú. Lo and behold, very recently, according to the ọkọ, which unfortunately the wife did not deny. Okay, thank you so much, Omoti. Which the wife did not deny, according to the ọkọ. The husband caught the wife red-handed with bestie. Turn lára wọn. Bestie obìnrin ni o, don't make mistake o. The bestie is a woman. So, long story short, the husband caught the wife cheating in their marriage with a female friend. So your wife is cheating on you, but is cheating on you with a girl. Ọ̀rọ̀ bá di, if you don't go step aside, bó lọ yá mi. Ó di gbàgbós. Ó di argument, ó di wàhálà, on your bed. The next move, the wife moved out of the house. Don't forget, the wife is the primary applicant. The wife moved out of the house and moved with bestie. Unfortunately, as Baba Agboro Ibadan pé wá sí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, is something that I felt that I should treat with a lot of sensitivity. The wife, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀, kí ló dé, kò yẹ kó lọ far tó báyìí. She moved out of the house and moved in with a friend and told the husband that she's tired. In my inquiry, because that is very an awkward thing. First of all, the wife admitted to the fact that she's always been attracted to women. Me, you guys can say whatever you like, but me, I don't question people's preference. You understand? I'm not doing it. I don't like it. Does not mean somebody else does not like it. So that wasn't a big deal for me. But tó bá like obìnrin, kílódé tó ṣe fẹ́ obìnrin? For how long has this been going on? She said the truth is she has never have to have anything to do with anybody since her marriage. obìnrin yóò ṣe yìí tán ó dẹ̀ ti lọ ńlá píópíó wà tọ̀rẹ́ ẹjọ́ lọ ẹ ńlá plate ara yín. Okay, but me I begin to feel like there is more to this matter. Ìgbà tíyàwó máa lanu tó máa sọ̀rọ̀, ladies and gentlemen, ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ nínú ìwé kọ́bọ̀, and that is why I want to address this matter. Like I said, I've gotten 3 different cases that has been brought to my attention. According to the wife, this woman has been enduring abuse and hardship in her marriage. We are going to talk a little bit about abuse, about neglect, and then we will talk a little bit about revenge. Revenge. So, according to the wife's side of the story, the husband is a serial cheater. He has been cheating in their marriage way back in Nigeria. He's not doing anything now because the wife did not say, "Don't cheat, bye-bye." According to her, everything she's talking about is, from way back when they are back home in Africa. Also, Oti fojú ẹ̀hàn ìmọ̀, abuse and neglect. Oh, the husband said, "Me for me, Kori." That's one of the things. I'm coming to you. It's men that I want to talk to. The fact that you are not beating a woman does not mean you are not abusing her. Are you with me? The fact that you are not beating a woman does not necessarily mean that you are not abusing her. Me, I don't even resonate with it in my head. How a man, can keep malice with his wife. How are you people doing it? How are you doing it? Grown man with all your boss, you will not be keeping malice with your wife. You will not talk to her for 2 weeks, 1 week. In fact, there's another case that I'm getting into now. The husband has not talked to the wife for over 4 months. What do you want to achieve? How do you even cope? So you sleep on the same bed with a woman that you are not talking to. You are not eating her food, but you are sleeping on the same bed, and you can close your eyes and sleep. How? I think that most times African men, we underestimate women a lot. Me, I will not trust any woman to that extent that I would want to have animosity with you and still be on the same bed. To bá kan pé àlébára wa ṣe to that extent, màá mọ̀ yàgò fún ẹ, gàwá. So let me continue the story. So according to the wife, she has suffered abuse, she has suffered neglect. Oh, men like that don't sleep on the same bed with their wife. Báwo náà wá ń ṣe? So in my own house, I will not be sleeping in the parlor or I'll be sleeping in the guest room. You don't think that's a difficult life to live? You don't think that's very unnecessary? That's like you just want to torture yourself for nothing. On top argument, we will not go still resolve. I really think some men don't really plan to have a marriage because pretty much woman, we talked last week, woman. And tó ṣe lẹ́yìn tó yẹ pé ó ti ń warm up, ó ti ń practice bó ṣe máa ṣe lọ́la, ó fẹ́ foṣù mẹ́ta bínú tẹ́lẹ̀. Nǹkan tó ń bínú sí yẹn, tó bá bínú tán tẹ́ bá resolve ẹ̀ tán, ó sì máa ṣe another one. You don't get. It must be devil that is punishing them because it doesn't make any sense. Mo ti gbé kinní ìsinmi freezer, ó ti wá di block. Òrùgbẹ́ dẹ̀ ń gbé mi àbí irú wàhálà ọ̀lẹ́lẹ̀. It really must be devil that is punishing them. It must definitely be devil. So, neglecting a woman. Before, we used to say it is woman that is sexually denying their husband or denying their husband intimacy. I don't know the kind of men that you people marry these days. So now I begin to realize that it's even more rampant with men now. Men denying denying their wife of sexual intimacy and all of that. The wife said that at the time it was over 2 years that the husband ever even come close to her or make any romance attempts. Okay, ibi tí mò ń lọ leléyìí. Ìyàwó tó pàtì tó fọwọ́ kàn fòdìdí ọdún méjì ẹ̀rẹ̀jọ́ ń gbé. Ìyàwó tó ti bóyá o ti lù lẹ́ẹ̀kan bí ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì. Ìyàwó tó jẹ́ pé ṣìnà orí burúkú tó fẹ́ báyé ara jẹ́, like you just have to fornicate. Oh, then she right under her nose. You know, I always say there's a difference between a man is cheating and a man is disrespectful. They are two different things. So control one. They are cheating where even you, when you catch a husband cheating, you will not be too mad because we're going two things. So I'm okay, we're going one. You have to be a witch to find out. Or long come better she say law. To buy the maga won kan tó ń ṣe, àwọn ọmọ tó ń bá ṣe ṣìnà. Ó máa dùn ẹ́ àṣẹlẹ́ran ara àṣobìnrin bọ̀ kò ní dùn ẹ́ jù one way or the other. You know, how many of you know that sometimes I've seen a woman before that saw the girl that the husband was sleeping with, and she was like, Mr. King, I'm parọ́ girl yẹn fine. Only girl yẹn fine. Ask me, pé òun gan ọmọ yẹn òun fọ́. It will mess up your mental health, but you will be honest with yourself to know that aṣọ ọkùnrin kò sẹ́ni tó máa lọ bọ̀ ní tí ọmọ yẹn náà. That one is just cheating. It's just sneaking out to do stuff. But there are men that they are cheating. It's a spiritual attack. There are some men that their own cheating is like spiritual attack. They sleep with the high class, the low class, the middle class, black, white, green, orange, omoloson, cleaner, house girl, ọ̀rẹ́ ìyàwó, cousin ìyàwó. Like they don't have any boundary. Nothing annoys a woman than you now, you are going on the streets and small girl is telling you are hearing the escapades of your husband. You now be okay. I won't be to you go base surrender. I'm not disrespect you. You are now hearing gossip of your husband escapades. That won't be to you go. Nothing pisses a woman off than that. Nothing. Nothing. This woman said all manner of things that the husband has done to her. That they now migrated here. And they used the woman as primary applicant from COS. When they apply from COS and go long back, they moved the whole family down there. Thank you. They moved the whole family down there. And then, boom. This woman, I don't know what make her recollect her pain, her struggle in this marriage, or she has held on to those pain. That London or something. I don't know. But the only explanation she had, because she didn't deny any of the allegations, but the only explanation she had for it is that it's like a payback time. This is where I'm going. Omo Igbati, when Begede with Binos was that by the time she moved out and moving with the friend, she sent a message to the husband like, I'm doing this for you out of just old time's sake. I'm warning you now. You either look for how you are going to get papers here, or you find how you are going to get out of this UK, because I am removing you in our application. Don't forget, she is the primary applicant. She is the primary applicant. Like I said, 3 cases like that. Husband and wife migrating to the UK. First of all, husband is using the wife as primary applicant. Meanwhile, it's the husband that is funding it. And they reach UK. Husband, ìyàwó dey japa. Japa yẹn ò dùn mí. Ẹ ń ba ayé àwọn men yìí jẹ́. Ẹ ṣàánú on behalf of the men. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ṣàánú àwọn men yẹn má bàa. Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run. Olórí burúkú ló pọ̀ náà men ní Nàìjíríà náà. Ká má parọ́, ká má jalè. They are removing their husband from the application which means that the husband have to begin to plan for deportation or look for another means. That's why you have so many nuisance now on the street of London. Let me first of all sound the note of one thing. London babe, gbọ́ mi dáadáa, jẹ́ kí n fún ẹ lọ́pdéètì yìí o. Àwọn wèrè tíyàwó wọn ti yọ wọn kúrò nínú COS, wọ́n pọ̀ on street báyìí o. Wọ́n ń wá obìnrin tó máa fi lọ́ọ̀fù gbàwé lára ẹ̀ ni o. They are on SOS, they are on Save Our Soul, they are on emergency dial. They might look fine, wọ́n lè ṣì nílé but they are homeless technically. There are so many of them that they are on timeline. They needed another person for them to remain in the UK. So, má jẹ́ kán fi love jà ẹ́ lólè o. Ṣe background check. There's nothing wrong in you meeting a man and doing background check. If you know what you are doing, there's nothing wrong in it. Oh. Meeting a new guy that you've been on 1 or 2 dates. Oga, collect his full name. Go and do background check on the name. There's nothing wrong. Oh. Má jẹ́ kán fi love gbà ẹ́ o. Wọ́n ti pọ̀ o. I'm not joking now. This case has been on the high rise. I don't know why it's been like that, but àwọn tán ti yọ orúkọ wọn kúrò ní COS. They are looking for survivor. Wọ́n ń wá ẹni tó máa attach mọ́. Má jẹ́ kán tan Wi-Fi. Má jẹ́ kán tan bọ̀dì sórí Wi-Fi yẹn o. Ask questions o. You know there was an era where we will say we have so many bitter women all around. Bitter black women, bitter women. Baba, the level at which we have bitter men now. Hell. I think sometimes last year, I was going somewhere. I don't know what happened that I have to get on Uber. I think I was going to downtown. I don't like driving to downtown because it's rough. And you will not get a parking space. It's difficult in UK compared to other countries, especially if they are Nigerians. I was telling one of my goddaughters, I mean, it's scary. It's scary. Clayton MP, no, do the right one. There are government background check now. Do proper government background check. You can't do background check on people. There are sites that they are paid site where you will pay. They will give you all the records. Now, why are we here? In my research, I realized. So now I've gotten to the body of it. Now let me talk to Nigerian men. Now all the men will leave this WhatsApp. They will leave this WhatsApp group now and block at me because I know you will not like this. It occurs to me that you see, I want to be in UK. How many of you have heard them say all the UK babe, they are very wicked people, they are users, avoid the UK, Niger girls in UK. They are amazing, good, God-fearing, goal-oriented women in UK. Ditto to America. It is you that you are used to wanting to eating your cake and having it. Let me talk to the men real quick. If you marry a wife, Lord help me. Do you know that in Nigeria, what is called, go and list the characteristics that your mother told you and your aunties and your big aunties, that they told you that they are the value of a good wife. Value and characteristics of a good wife. If you list them out and analyze them very well, all of them equals to abuse. Do you know that in Nigeria, what is called a good wife is a woman who has agreed to be subjected to abuse? You know, you see that thing? That thing is the foundation. That statement is the foundation of abuse. Am I encouraging women to be lackadaisical and be abusive and be disrespectful and be nonchalant? No. But I equally don't think that marriage should be an element of subjection to deny people of life and their freedom of expression. It has become very rampant that in Nigeria, what even your own mother, your biological mother, will use to explain to you as the value of a good woman. If you look at it very well, sit down very well and look at it, there are things that subject you legally to abuse. I went to church today. I just got back from church. And the pastor was asking me about, where is your wife? She didn't come to, and I said she traveled. She traveled since last week. She's in Thailand. He said, Thailand, to go and do. I said she went for her cousin's birthday. She went on a 10 days vacation in Thailand. And I said, and you did not go. I said it was a girl's trip, right? And pastor looked at me and said, Brother Victor, you will just go. So in the corner one day, I said yes. And then she goes, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. If it is me, I will not let her go. Okay, well, that's personal opinion. But you know, that's a typical. I've talked to maybe 4 or 5 people that feels that it was a stretch, and I begin to look at it. Why, before she met me, if she want to go on trip, does she need to consult the oracle? Why should she now be married now and she cannot do things that she loves to do? Why? Hear me. Any relationship, either dating, courtship, or marriage, that reduce you from who you are and what makes you happy is not of God. It's not the counsel of God. I don't believe it. On countless time over different issues, she come to me and say, I just want to. You both becoming one person, forbearing one another. I believe in us dialoguing. I can beat my chest to tell you that I have never make one order in my house. Not one day did I have to say, as the head of this house, this thing must not happen or this thing must happen. In fact, it's always a problem sometimes. You know, with African women, even you people have adjusted to abuse by default. You won't know. You know that there are ways women, I've not gotten to women. There's a way you women literally write letter to request for abuse. But you don't know. Because you see those things, most of the things that you think you are doing to please a man are things that actually give a signal to say, I am a product, I am a candidate to be abused. You understand what I'm saying? You just met a man that you are dating. Especially you, those of you who are older ladies, you are a single mother, you are just raising your child, just trying to pick the pieces of your life up from the damage that you just passed through. Now you want to move on. You just met another man now. Auntie, you know about that woman born. You just met another man that she made it date into 2 months. Putting lolly, putting low cash in a washing machine on fold. Those things are good gestures. There's nothing wrong with it. But men process things like that differently. Is it that see you as being desperate, just trying to win him over, or is seeing you as a mumu that can easily be subject to abuse? Men are predators. Every man has the capacity to abuse you. Hear this very well. I don't care the level of godliness. Men are born to be a predator. Every man has the capacity and the capability and the tendencies to abuse you. What makes a man not being an abuser is the ability to subject himself and his thoughts to 2 things: discipline and knowledge. Because most times, most of these men that you are dealing with, problem, most of them, they are not doing it because they are wicked. They are doing it because they are actually ignorant. They are actually ignorant. Some of them are ignorant as hell. wọ́n ṣe dáadáa sí ẹ ń tẹ́wọ́ sí ẹ lójú fẹ́ in the first place ìwọ fúnra rẹ mọ̀ pé kò mọ jack shit. It's okay for a man to date down. I think it is foolishness for a woman to date down. I don't care how desperate you are. I don't care how old are you. You know what I mean by date down? You are dating somebody that is not even in your level in the first place. Because some women think that if they date somebody that is in a lower class, ẹnu aka, wọn bí ẹni tó bá fọmọ 5 years old ẹnu ẹ ò lè ká. Ẹnu ẹ ò goes. Men are predators. Even if you think you subject him, it's a question of time. The predator instinct in him will rise up and will break out of you. That's why so many of you that went to Nigeria to marry a husband and bring them to America, they will now come, you will now say, oh, dale, yeah, I mean, maybe to buy green card, also kì í ṣe pé ó dale, ìwọ lo calculation ẹ wrong tẹ́lẹ̀. He's a man, you will not be able to subject him gbàgbé. So, is it wrong for you to go and bring a man from Africa? No. But bring a man that is your friend, that you can attest to his character. Because if you are bringing him because you think that he's going to be my year and you'll be able to maneuver him, you can only maneuver him for a period of time. It's not going to work later. Now, let me get back to the men. So there's a space where our culture, two elements, culture and religion, has legalized abuse for a typical Nigerian man. In fact, they take pride in it. They join it. That's why I say ignorance long past most of them. They really think that is okay. Do you know that in the gathering of men, there are men. They even when men gather and they are gisting with each other, men pride to call men to talk about how they have grip over their wife, how they are. Ṣé ó ní kí ló ń ṣe ń lọ lẹ́nu ìsìn àìbí dẹ̀ pa mí o ṣé ò ní wá nǹkan rà kó jẹ lọ́nà no àyè tí n bá délé ìyàwó mi máa dáná ní ìyàgò yìí ìyàwó mi tí mo fẹ́ wọn bí de tí n bá dé láago 3 ó máa dìde ó máa wọ kitchen. They pride in it. They pride in it. It's something that they say with so much rigor. You know why? Our culture and religion has created a legal ground for abuse. So, uncle, you marry a woman that you constantly disrespect, you consistently abuse, you constantly... In fact, there's one I'm going to address. I will tell you so many stories today. You know, I do a lot of, personal therapy, family therapy. I consult with people. I listen to people. And I, by the grace of God, provide ideas, help in healing homes and marriages. Because you see, I've been in all of the phases. I've been there, done that. And with the Olayinka, it's been a long while. Olayinka, where have you been? You abandoned me. Could that? What happened to you too? Oh, okay. Okay, that is Twitter. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Sorry. So, a woman that you marry that you consistently abuse, you constantly harass, you consistently neglect. Let's say you are even a useless man. At least don't be useless with words. There's a way. I see so many and I hear so many stories. As a man, you are maltreating. There's no man that is not maltreating a woman. There's no man that is maltreating a woman that doesn't know that he's actually maltreating a woman. They just choose to do what the hell they want to do. There is no man that is maltreating a woman that doesn't know. He knows. He's just ignorant like that to do what he feel like he needs to do. So you consistently maltreat a woman, you will abandon her when you like, and then you jump on her when you like, and you want her to be everly ready to you. You want her to be under no circumstance. She's supposed to be wed by default. As Bakbo Unjegmi, she's supposed to be wed for you every time. Hear me. There is no orgasm in a body that there is no peace. Some of you men need to know that your wife is not mourning when you are on inside her. She's not mourning. She's crying. She's tearing up. You think that it is your dick that is working well. You think you are doing it. You are being a man. Ẹlòmíì inú yín gan á tún mọ́mọ́ àmọ́mọ́ ọlọ́mọ á máa lọ bígbà tó ń lọ tán lórí ọlọ gàgàgàgà. Romance zero. If you don't have anything in this life, at least have conscience. Have conscience. At least be good with words. Be polite with words. I read a message that a husband sent to his wife. But why? I don't care what the woman has done to you. Meanwhile, in this case, this is an unprovoked effort. The wife did nothing. The wife is not just feeling why she's not feeling fine. Send message to the husband that I'm not feeling fine. That's all. Unprovoked anger. Very unprovoked anger. If you read what this man sent to the woman, Nigerian men be acting as if somebody put gun on their head to marry their wife. They're not at gunpoint. It's you that sleep and wake up at one point in your life that you say you want to marry this woman. Why will you marry a woman? And see, there's no marriage that doesn't have differences. So there's no marriage where they know they fight. So if I tell you boring. Sure, you understand? I need that man can share with you once in a while. But that you are going to start living as you are going to be treating your wife like she's your enemy. I don't understand that part. Your wife know all your useless girlfriend. Your girlfriend will even see your wife. Let's be frank. You know there are men who actually fornicate in their marriage, but we never bring it to disrespect their wife. In fact, those of you who are side chick, who are sleeping with married man, you will know. You know that there are men that you will be messing with. That even if you just mention his wife's name, that's all. Oh, might change your friend straight in you. Like, don't do that. There are men that will tell you straight. If they toast you right in your face, and he will be telling you, "I love my wife." You're to back there. She me like nonsense. Those are men, real men, who are in charge of that. Me, I'm not judgmental. I'm not saying every man is 100% have to be. Temptation is one but that's not an excuse anyway. The same way a man is tempted, that's the same way women are tempted. Everybody not going to find points in. Man. As a married woman, it is very possible for you to be attracted to a man. It is that they know women are just with traffic. Their mind might be going around many things, but when they stick their heart to something, it stays there. Our any problem, Aya will go. Oh, somebody sent me an invite here. Oh, okay, very good. We are the problem. We are the problem. Now you did all of this to a woman. At one point in your life, God want to now punish you. You now see opportunity to relocate to UK. You now want to use that same woman to file application and come to UK. And in your heart of hearts, you will do so much to a woman and you will still expect her loyalty. I don't understand that part. Why? Who always makes men feel that they can eat their cake and have it? This COS wahala, the waiting this COS don't cost for London, no be small thing. No. Husband treating mo ọkọ àtìyàwó tó ń ṣaàgùn síra wọn. That was, when was that? I think that was around February, March. Àwọn eléyìí fògùn léra wọn. Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run. Ṣó yẹ kó dogun báyìí? Okay, so what I wanted to address is with this men, if you know you are going to relocate to abroad, or let me rephrase, if you know you have not been good to your wife, don't bother obliging any traveling plan, because you see, let us now come to reality. Do you know that Nigerian men abroad are different from Nigerian men back home? You know why? The one abroad has been in a controlled environment. I've seen real life. Do you know that even the Nigerian men don't misbehave to much useless story? It's not the way they relate to their Nigerian women. That's not the same way they relate when they are dating Americans, Jamaicans, a white woman. They don't have a problem doing dishes. They don't have a problem washing clothes. They don't have a problem taking the kids to school. These men don't have a problem opening the car door. But when they are dating a Nigerian woman, they are Lord Lugard. What do you think is the problem? Do you think the men are the problem? Or do you think the women are the one subjecting themselves to abuse? Because these same men will not do the same thing. That is the same men. It's the same men. That will tell you something. Two things. The women are not the problem. It's the environment. Nigerian culture and Nigerian religion has created an enabling environment for abusers to thrive. So, sir, those of you, because I realize that there is a whole trailer load of bitter men now in London, in UK. Those of you that you are saying that your wife, well, they London will change, but America will change. That's not true. Yeah, when you change. Hear this. This is the most important part of this thing before I move on. Women have the ability to contain. That will tell you that you can never marry a Nigerian man. Yes. Yeah. Women have the ability to contain. I know women will argue this, but I can tell you for free. Women find it easy to forgive. But hear this, it is impossible for a woman to forget. People they might forget what you did to them. A woman might forget what you have done, but she will never forget how we make her feel. So when you are using those words that you want to spite her, you will use your money to marry a woman and you will look her dead in the eyes and say she's good for nothing. And because our environment has presented a woman as a vulnerable being that doesn't have a choice, that should not have preferences, that should not be able to express herself, that's you want your wife to be this, you want her to be this, you want her. Have you ever wondered, did our culture, do you know that when they raise a child in our environment in Africa, when they are raising a child from childhood, they are training you to be a subject of abuse as a woman. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. As you are going to Ilio concept, they will buy pot, buy food. They tell you that you should be cooking in your husband's house. There's something. Who is the bastard that made the law that in marriage it is the woman that have to cook, or that should be the sole person responsibility for cooking, when it is the bastard only could have liked to eat the most? Whatever you like, you should be able to provide. If you like food that much, you should learn how to cook. Most of these men are product of single mother who they cook in their mother's house. Who made the law? Who made the law? So I'm going to say two things that I don't want you to forget. That is very important. Women have the ability to contain. All of us, especially those of us abroad, must have heard this talk. One person must have said it in your ears before. That I won't be abroad. Or one man will say, my wife, it is when we get to abroad, she changed. Or you will hear all these women, once you allow your wife, don't let your wife go and do nothing, somebody did nothing nearby. You can't come in one demon. Those are statements of bitter people, because that's not true. What is really happening? What is really happening in reality is that women have the ability to contain. Women are like foam. That's the same way you will go, climb them, give them sperm, they will hold it. You will throw sperm out, a woman will hold it. They will keep it so much that it will become baby. They will give you back a child. Women have the ability to contain. They have the ability to retain. But you see, they are not just a conduit. They are not just a pipe. They are a container. As you are pouring in them, they are holding it. So she can be maltreated last night and wake up this morning with a smile, and you think I've gotten away with it. You can deny her essentials of life and disrespect her, even with her family, and you will come back and you will talk, and you will still push her, and she will still wake up the next day and she will still put up a smile. She still function, because everybody knows women can dualize, women can multitask. She will still be a happy mother to the children. She will still prepare your food. So you think you are getting away with it. Women have no problem forgiving. Most times the even reason why they are fighting you is not because what you have done is that grievous to them. They just want you to acknowledge and apologize. I don't know why they like it that much. So you keep messing up, you may probably apologize, and she keep moving on. Later, once the abuse has become too consistent, women have the ability to adjust to their environment. Now, what that means is that and cat don't give back to dog. Most times, an abusive man have an abusive mother. Most times, will you agree with me? If those of you who have dealt with a narcissist, an abusive man, most times the mother is almost the same thing like him. The family are always the same thing. Cat don't give back to dog. Some few ones, the family the mother might be a little slightly different, or they are scamming you. You would think they're on your side, but they are really not. You know that kind of a thing. So to back bejo lo one man share bí pé wọ́n gbọ́bọ̀. To bá ronú ẹ̀ dáadáa wà mọ́ one wine then. Cat don't give back to dog. So at some point, the woman has begun to try, family go, nothing has changed. Bear, work, buy work. Work. So bá tiẹ̀ lóhùn bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ yẹn, in fact, invite ní fún ẹ. Baba party. So once it gets to that point, woman begin to adjust. There is an energy that comes from within of a woman that she begin to just build her tentacles in that environment to create a safe place for herself. So because now she's afraid of you yelling at her and calling her horrible names and saying all manner of unspeakable and unprintable things to her, she begins to adjust to the environment. She begins to do those things that she feels that you want to subject her to. She even willingly subject herself to it, just to be safe. Hear this. Women begin to prefer to be safe than succeed. If successful marriage will not work, at least let me not die. So she begins to say yes to all your bullshit. She begins to look away to all your cheating and all your disrespect. And guess what the man feels that time? The man feels like, yes, I'm in charge of my house. I'm in control of my wife. Not because the woman can speak, but because the woman is living in an environment that has been designed to be conducive to abuse. When this woman will go to her own family, her own mother and father, they will tell her, sùúrù la fi ń gbélé ọkọ, wàá máa ṣe pẹ̀lẹ́pẹ̀lẹ́ ni, Ọlọ́run á yí padà, wàá máa gbàdúrà fún ni. Sùúrù lobìnrin fi ń náà fi ń gbélé ọkọ. Your mother will now tell you, ọmọ ojú nǹkan tójú mi rí nílé bàbá ẹ̀. Ṣé o rò pé bá bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ràn? Nígbà kan tó ń yàlè, àwọn story tó gbọ́ rí tán sọ létí ẹ̀ rí, wọ́n wá sọ fún ẹ. Àwọn story, they will never tell you the story of families who live a very happy married life. They will be telling you of stories of people who are going through a lot, only for them to just commonize what you are going through. You will talk about your husband being abusive. Your own mother will tell you, the environment designed to legalize and legitimate abuse. You will go to your pastor or your afar. They will say, I'm gbàdúrà fún ni. Ẹ gbọ́. I'm gbàdúrà fún ni. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yin TikTok, do me a favor, a power tap. Let me tap this thing so that I think they said they normally cut people off. Like I told you, I will be coming more on TikTok when I know how to do it. Then I need to get another device because I don't want to be using phone that calls will be bugging like this. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi tap. I will start the conversations on YouTube, on Facebook, where we're going to be having the more, TikTok, we can have more people than we'll continue the conversation. So tonight, once I get off this chat, I'll come back on TikTok fully. Then we can have like more active chat. So if you're on Facebook and you're not following my TikTok, you are sitting on a long gun. I'm going to be doing live video on TikTok once a week. On Facebook, rather, once a week. Facebook and YouTube is just my live video will be like Saturdays or Sundays. Most than likely, I think I prefer Sundays. Once I'm coming from church, I just, set in motion. But once we start a topic on Sunday like this, I will spend the rest of the week on TikTok, just, analyzing the topic, getting case studies and experiences and like that. Pastor Adams of show my abuser. God can change anybody. It's a lie. It's a scam, right? It is not God's business to change the mind of a man. No. If God can change the mind of anybody, Jesus don't have to die. He doesn't have to send Jesus to the world. It's a mediocre prayer. It's rubbish. Ó lè ní kọ́ lọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ àkóbá fún ó mọ̀ káwọn àkóbá kan wà tó máa ń change mind èèyàn tó máa ń change life èèyàn pé ọkọ̀ ẹ̀ láì kó máa mú tí àmupara tó wá ti mújọ́ kan tó kàgbà kó ń ta a máa wò pé kò yẹ kí n ṣe kíní mọ́, so he's learning by regret. So some prayers you should pray for somebody who is misbehaving is God, the problem that will make him run into regrets, that will make him turn back from this habit, help me quickly give him. But I think that God, one man did not love you, did not show you love, and you're praying to God to change his mind. You are not serious. No, that's not God's business. That's your business. It is a man that would always, talking about tí sọ pé kíní yìí ìwà lifestyle yìí ò dáa, mo fẹ́ change Ọlọ́run ràn mí lọ́wọ́. God only help. God is a very polite God. He only step into our situation when we invite him to. God is a polite God. God know how to mind his business. He doesn't get into business when we don't invite him to. So God cannot change anybody's mind because of you. You understand? So women have the ability to contain. But hear this. Women can forgive. But women don't forget. This is the dangerous part that I think most Nigerian men don't know. They don't forget. Sir, everything you thinking you are getting away with. That's why you see UK marriages, US marriage, they break on to America. No, she has just gotten to a place where she can be herself and express herself. And she, for once in her lifetime, she's saying no to abuse and disrespect. She's saying no. She did not change. She's still the same person. The fact that you are getting away with it when you are in Nigeria. The women got into a place where nobody is abroad life. Anybody will lie anybody. She been to family. They just got into a spot. So the fact that the woman is containing, it does not mean it good. Like I said, the woman's heart is like a foam. Foam bam bye. To bad down me, see. Only man lo me. Only man foam you're going to look wet. All the water has gone into the foam. Now, there's no water flowing on the ground. But the content is there. You pour another cup of water, the content is soaked up. She soak it up again. You pour another water, she soak it up. You continue pouring like that. My TikTok account is Victor King Initiative. All my social media is the same name, Victor King Initiative. You pour another, she soak it up. Now, the fact that the floor is not wet does not mean that the water dried up. She hold it. The fact that the floor is not wet does not mean that the water dried up. No, it's just that the foam has absorbed it. The day that foam, there's depending on the size of the foam, there's a volume of water that it can contain. To the brim that it cannot soak anymore. Think she mistake it as at that time. Every single drop that you have poured in it will be poured out back to you. Now, as at that time, boya pour look of it pour liquid is when it has gotten to the brim. By the time you press it, 2 literally pour out. You will now be saying, this is what he did. This is the feedback that you get. No, it's not what you just did. It's what you have been doing. This is the reason why so many people are dealing with a bitter monster women today. These women were not born monsters. You made them what they are. So when time we are waiting primary applicants, they've been US, UK, US. First of all, check your character. Check how have you been doing with your wife. Have you been a good husband, a respectful? And it's not hard to be a good husband. It's not hard. Long. It's not hard. Don't confess. That's why you people should. I don't know what's problem with women. Women don't check character. We have allowed environments. We have allowed nature, culture, religion to set standard of living for us. That's why our reality has been blotted out. Things that we are supposed to focus on and not focus on. So most women find themselves in predicaments afterward that they can't even go back from. So if a woman is containing abuse, doesn't mean she like it. It doesn't mean you are getting away with it. Doesn't mean you are getting away with it. It means that she's containing it because the environment not containing. So when she got to a place where she want to pour it back to you, you will not say the woman, oh, change you. And to the women, is there any woman here who this seems to be your experience? Let me see. Women who find the man bringing them to abroad also spell themselves. I'm not sure I understand. I'm not sure I understand what Momitolopo is trying to say. I'm not sure. Most times it's vis-a-vis. It's just very common with these old women coming here and they are now taking a revenge. Like I said, a woman may forget what you do to her. She will never forget how it makes her feel. So when they got to a place where they have a better environment that is structured, the pain that they have been accommodating and they have been harboring all along begin to rise up. Their pain begin to come up. Their pain begin to come up. And suddenly they got to a place where they realize that, listen, it's not every man that is remaining in abuse. She's not stupid though. That's better with Nigerian marriage. Most of all these abusers, let me tell you the strategy of an abuse. Maybe for those of you who are yet to be in a relationship, listen to this, write it down, you will need it. Let me tell you the manifesto of an abusive man. If you see any of this sign in a man, run for him. He will ultimately abuse. I don't care if it's Darusha today. I don't care how much if it's Ramsey Noah is treating you with love and affection. If you see this following sign in a man, run. Number one, when you see a man that will end up being an abuser, he will kill you. Is a man. When you see a man that you are just dating, you see a man that is trying to isolate you from the circle of influence, friends and family that you had before. Their first strategy is that they will isolate you. Want you to relocate to another place that you're not familiar with, or want you to stop talking to people that you've been talking to before all your life, want you to change the job that you were doing when you met him. The first strategy is isolation. Isolation. They will separate you and your family, separate you and your friends, because anybody that can isolate you can humiliate you. You know why they want to isolate you? They want you to be vulnerable. Ẹ gbà mí, èwo leléyìí báyìí? They want you to be extremely vulnerable. Bó mo ti leléyìí báyìí? Give me 1 minute though. Báwo mo lè jẹ́ ni? Eléyìí kan join ní live mi ní ṣá. Ẹ wá gbà mí. Ẹ jọ báwo mo ṣe máa já ẹni yìí? Ẹ wá gbà mí, yé tí dà. Báwo mi máa jẹ́ ní báyìí? I don't know how this person just invited me and I went to join. I thought it's 20 people. Mo bá dé accept the invite you. Báwo mi máa ń já guest? Ha. Let me close it and come back because I don't understand this. I'm sorry. So, is there a woman listening to this? Are you here tonight? And this looks like your experience. That you have bottled so much pain, bitterness. Your marriage is not what is not the spouse you end up with is not what you dream of. Your experience is not what you never saw it coming. And you are bottling so much bitterness. Maybe you have walked out of the marriage. Maybe it has even ended abruptly. But you know deep down in your heart that you are still hurting deeply. Hear me. There is every reason for you to hurt. There's every reason for you to feel so all the pains that you are feeling. But what you need to realize is this, that nobody on the surface of this earth is responsible for your happiness. Nobody at all should be that powerful to put you in this dark place. Because you see, the pain that you contain hits you up. Most times, people who hurt you, who breaks your heart and put you through all this pain, they've moved on. They don't even remember the part of their life that involves you. You've been trying to move on, but because you think moving on is finding somebody else, that's why you have not moved on. Moving on does not begin in finding somebody else. Move on begins with you accepting your reality. Madam, it has happened. It has happened. The marriage ended. The relationship crashed. Oh, yes. Or you are in it now, you are struggling. It's accepting your reality. And then forgiving yourself. You can't forgive somebody if you have not forgiven yourself. One of the things all this, when you pass through an abusive spouse does to you, is that it begins to make you feel less of yourself. You begin to think that you are not enough. You think that like there's something you are supposed to do that you did not do. You begin to think that you are not doing something right, or you are not good enough, you are not beautiful enough, you are not smart enough. You are everything you need to be. Don't stop beating yourself up. What could you have done better? It's not your fault. So accepting your reality, forgiving yourself, and then begin to generate strength that brings an internal peace and joy. Joy starts from within. Happiness starts from within. If you cannot be happy by yourself, you cannot enjoy happiness with somebody else. No man can make you happy if you are not a happy person on yourself, on your own. Build your happiness from within. Take time to begin to accept yourself and embrace yourself, and begin to generate strength from the inner self. Enough of talking about the past. It's gone. Let it rest. Now is what you have. Make it count. Somebody came to your life, abuse you, disrespect you, breaks your heart, and go. The entire time you are in the relationship, it was bitterness, pain, and anger. Now it's gone. You are still having bitterness, pain, and anger. Why do you empower one person that much in your life? Begin to generate strengths. Leave the past alone. If not for I could have this, if not for, live in the moment. What happens now is important. It's a determinant to what will happen in the future. Because hear me, the truth is that you won't be able to find love and move on and restart if you have not learned to generate strength from within. Hear this. This is why this stops. You remember the title of this series? I'm going to go through this whole month. That's what we're talking about. What love is not. Love is not survival. Love is not an escape from your pain. There are some people who are born from a low background, from an humble beginning, and you enter marriage because you just don't want to suffer just like your parents. So you find somebody that you think should have the capacity to take care of you, and then your marriage becomes an escape from the suffering in your father's house. Love is not survivor. In fact, love is not marriage. So many people are married, but they are not in love, my sister. It begins with you. How much do you love yourself? How much do you love yourself? How much do you cherish yourself? Can you be by yourself and be happy? If things or person is what brings you happiness, you are not there yet. You are not there yet. Embrace yourself. Live in the moment of yourself and begin to generate joy on the inside of you. I just come to lay the foundation today. You know that love is not even marriage. Most time, most people marry for the wrong reason. I have married for the wrong reason before. I married just because I was a young man. I was poor, and then at the time I began to do well, and I was not poor again. I just felt like, yeah, I have everything it takes to be married. Then why not? Let me marry. So I married out of ego. I married to prove a point. That's why I didn't end well. You don't marry because you're an adult and you think you are supposed to be in husband's house. No. We allow environment to condition us so much. So much. So much. In fact, don't open your heart to invite another person into your life until you begin to realize that you are self-sufficiently happy. Until you embrace yourself and you can, without your children around you, without anything, can you be by yourself and generate joy from the inside of you? Come into reconciliation with yourself. Enough of beating yourself up. Enough of sabotaging yourself. Don't live in the mirage. Mommy, look, communism. You are just using them as coping mechanism. You for yourself by yourself. The devil is just magnifying your problem. It's not even that deep. It's not that deep. Don't allow the devil to make your problem look bigger than what it is. Until you come to terms with yourself and begin to, first of all, let love flow out of you. Love is like a magnetic energy. If joy flow out of you, it will flow out from you and it will attract somebody else that has the joy. That the energy, when it's synchronized and you can create a synergy, that's when you will live a life of peace. Somebody said the man will choose respect over love. Maybe a fact, but I tell you for free, a woman will choose peace over love. A woman will choose peace. Women just want to be at peace. They just want to be them. They just want to be able to have the privilege of expression. They just want to be able to do what gives them joy. Be around people that allow them to be who they are and what they feel at the time. Because women don't really have any personality. Women have dual personality. Any woman fizzles into around different shades. She's this way today, she's in this mood tomorrow. She's in different mood every time. Let that happiness and the peace you are looking for, let it begin with you. Let it begin from you. it will flow out, and it will only be appreciated and be accepted by somebody who value peace, who value joy, and who love the company of love. I'll see you again next week. Send in your questions to my inbox. Let's start the conversations. I'm going to be doing every day on TikTok. The conversations will continue. And of course, I'll make sequence videos. So most of the things that you'll be seeing on Facebook will be pre-recorded videos. But on Sundays, we'll be doing live. But we're going to be coming more live on YouTube. Please follow, on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok. And Steez. For all your skincare products, I will beat my chest with Sammy Glow. You know, there are some products you will be using, you'll be stressing yourself. Zero filter, I've never used filter in my life. Baba Ima don't kuni. What are you talking about? It's Sammy Glow. Tested, trusted, approved, guarantee. You see. Madon kuni say, Aje. Call Sammy Glow Skincare. I posted them a couple of times. Their contact is on the page. Let them pimp you. Okay. You know, in Africa, we think that it is women that are supposed to look good. Somebody said, hey, the way you take time to just be dressing up. Motion, my dear. The same way a man is looking for a fine woman, why is it not the right of a woman to look for an attractive man? We'll get there. That's in your auto. Roger meaning. I will see you again, ladies and gentlemen, next time. Till then, enjoy life. Live in the moment. Nobody deserves to be in custody of your happiness. God bless you. I'll see you next Sunday. Bye-bye.
AK Marv produced it. AK Marv produced it.
Lábíù bàbá láti máa ó. Abúlù bàbá mọ́ṣúá. Yábọ̀dé nìyá ẹgbẹ́ ó. Àlíájì yájí kan lé ó. Àlíájà Fàlílà ó. Síkírù Bàṣírù ó. Rùfáì bàbá Fátímà ó. Àlàbírà dàbí ó. Àlíájì mú àmọ́ ó. Ọlájídé àbẹ̀tẹ̀ ó. Ọ̀run rẹ̀ iwájú tó dojú kọjá rẹ̀ àwọn tó kù lẹ́yìn ká má ṣe wà fún. Ilé òmùmú láwùwá dídá máa dé. Ọmọwé ilé mọ́nìjà. Òyìnbó onírẹ́kọ́dù. Àgọ́bà lọmọ ń pa ó. Ẹlẹ́gọ̀dọ̀dọ̀ orí òwe. Orí òwe ẹlẹ́gọ̀dọ̀dọ̀ orí òwe. Ẹni mọ̀ ní àlọ́ ìgò àrí ìlà fún wọn. Bàkúndé ló bá bá lọ ìgò. Àgbẹ̀ ló kó kọ́tò mú wá sílé. Ẹ̀dá tó retí àti ìdúrà pọ̀. Ebi omi náà máa tún tí ó dá fún wọn. Òbí yé wọn. Bàkúndé ló fẹ́ pa láti dúró. Wọ́n dò ìdájọ́ ọwọ́ òkápá. Wọ́n dò ìkẹ́tẹ̀ ọwọ́ òkẹ́tẹ̀. Wọ́n dò ìkápọ́n ká kò tó ní jí. Àbí yé wọn o. Ló fẹ́ padà di sùúrù. Dábọ̀rọ̀ wọ́rọ̀ ò ẹnu àìlá ló pín jí ó. Ǹjẹ́ lè dúró báyé? Mo lànà àìlá ló pín jí ó. Ǹjẹ́ lè dúró báyé? Ǹjẹ́ ju mọ́mí yóò wọlé o? Wọ́n kì í mọ bí wọn ò ṣe wá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó ṣe ra tẹ́bí ìlò sọ fún wọn. Sọ fún wọn. Bàbújẹ́ tó fẹ́ palọ̀ ìlú. Àgbẹ̀ ló kó kọ́ tó gbé wá sílé. Gíga ọjọ́ ló bí wọn nínú. Òkìkí ọjọ́ òrèlè nígbà kan sọ fún wọn. Bàbújẹ́ tó fẹ́ palọ̀ ìlú. Àgbẹ̀ ló kó kọ́ tó gbé wá sílé. Iwájú lọ́dún